So I have a small home networking project I've been working on, and for that I purchased a Raspberry Pi 3. I got the Model B Plus just because it was like $35. It seemed I might as well max it out. And to do that, or to use the Raspberry Pi 3, I wanted to buy a case. I wanted to talk a little bit about the case because it's not really obvious which one you should choose, and obviously it doesn't come with one, so it seemed like a worthwhile subject. So this is the Raspberry 3. The case I bought is this right here. It's called a Kugi protective case. It's just like one of the top sellers on Amazon, and it's a really simple plastic case. It's not 3D printed, just injection molded or whatever. It's a clear plastic case, barely larger than the Raspberry. Accessories are very minimal. You have 4 mounting screws, 4 little feet, rubber feet, and they're non-slip feet. And then it comes with 2 aluminum heat sinks. I don't think these are necessary. The Raspberry Pi is certainly not sold with heat sinks, but I think it'll be nice to have. And you are just cooling off mainly the Broadcom. I guess you're also putting one on this other chip, and that is the Marvel, I don't know, your Wi-Fi chip? Who knows? Put it in the comments if you do know. But the main thing is cooling off that main Broadcom. So, and here's the case, very simple. All your ports are accessible, so your HDMI, your audio out, your Ethernet, USB, and the coolest part about this is that the little SD card or SDHC card on the bottom is accessible using this little hole right here. So I thought that was a nice addition, and I guess it should be standard, but not every card makes everything as accessible, or every case makes everything as accessible as you might expect. And I'll mount it in a minute, but basically here it is. So good protection of the case, but definitely, like, for example, this top standout area was left open, and I don't plan on using that, so I think it would have been nice to have that covered for me personally, but I understand why it's open. It does allow for some breathing in there. You have these 2 standouts are accessible. I think that would be like for a monitor out, yeah, for like a display out. And this one is your camera out. So those are accessible. And then not really much else to it. For $7.50 shipped, this really fits the bill. I know it's not the best looking case. There's a few other ones I think are much more aesthetically pleasing, but I think it being clear is pretty cool. I'll probably end up putting a little bit of tape or a marker over the LEDs over here, so I don't really like them shining all the time. I was definitely considering a darker case so I wouldn't have to see the LEDs, but it's nice to have the option to see them. And then there are a few other cases that again are cooler looking, and some are 3D printed, which is pretty cool. But as far as price and feature set, I think this Kugi is a nice way to go. I'll link to it in the description, and I'll follow up if I have any feedback on it in the comments or the description. If you have a different case that you would have recommended, please let me know. I'd be interested to hear about it. Okay, thanks for watching.